garlic cream cheese bread near the Incredicoaster there.
Oh, torta de milanesa.
Torta de milanesa.
Milanesa.
That's all for you. From Award Wieners. Seasonal. Hello everybody. We are en route to Monterey. I don't feel great just with all of the fires that are happening in Southern California. Plus we're transitioning into our very, very dry season. And so my allergies are completely out of whack right now. I did take some allergy medicine, but I feel like it has not helped me at all today. I usually do the first leg of our journey to drive through Los Angeles, and it was pretty tough. Not just traffic wise, but I mean, like feeling extremely puffy. My eyes are puffy. I feel like they're itching, they're burning. This eye was watering almost nonstop and then started twitching. It's nice to take a break for a little bit. We just stopped at a gas station in Ventura, and Carl is going to drive all the way until San Luis Obispo, and then hopefully I can take over again for the rest of the journey into Salinas. So we'll see. It's just going to be a quick little trip for Veterans Day weekend. It's my best friend's son's first birthday party, and it'll just be nice to go back home, back to Monterey. Carl can see his dad since I think we won't be able to visit for the holidays this year. So it'll be really important that he gets a chance to see his dad. It's been a long week, just haven't really been feeling great. So I'm hoping that this little mini getaway is exactly what we need. Good morning from my car again. It's Saturday and we're in Monterey. It actually feels like fall. It's 57 degrees outside, which is perfect. My sinuses are still kind of thrown right now, so I do have a cough drop, and I took some medicine just to try to help. Today's a busy day. It's my friend's son's birthday party. I'm gonna be able to see some friends this evening, and that'll be fun. I want to get my nails done, which is what I'm on my way to do. But first, I wanted to stop by my old stomping grounds, so to speak, and visit my alma mater. I went to Cal State Monterey Bay, and when I was on my way to get to the nail salon, I thought, let's just stop and see where I used to live for 6 years of my life. So I lived in the house on the right, the 3103 Fredericksburg Court. I was there for about 3 or 4 years, I think. And you can't really live in this area unless you're upperclassman status. So I moved in with some roommates my junior year of college, and then I stayed through to my master's degree. And we were on the bottom floor. Sometimes the upstairs neighbors could be noisy. There were a few instances where there were some parties that were going on pretty late at night, unfortunately, and we had to call campus security. So not fun, especially on a work night when some of us had to get up and go to work. Not cool. I parked in that driveway on the right, and I remember doing some painting in that garage, and lots of memories for sure. Some good, some not so good. There's a bug on my window. Hello. Fredericksburg Court. That was at least 10 years ago. I moved in there 10 years ago, and I stayed for about 4 years. It would frustrate me sometimes that the speed limit is only 35 on this road. And depending on the time of the day and what day it was, traffic would be kind of backed up because sometimes people just use this road to commute through to Seaside. And so not only were we battling just people trying to get to class and find parking, but there were people commuting to and from work through the university, and speed limit is only 35 on this road. So sometimes you just really had to work on your patience. I remember seeing turkeys crossing this road a few times, and you'd have to stop and wait for them to fully cross, figure out what they were going to do. So sometimes that would make you late as well. I remember when this roundabout didn't used to exist. They actually built it while I was still a student. There used to be just I think a 3-way stop or something, if I remember correctly. So they were just trying to push the traffic along. So they built this roundabout. This campus, of course, has changed even since I graduated. It used to be like a army facilities. My dad was actually here when he was drafted for Vietnam, and so I remember when I applied to this school and we did the tour, there were some things that my dad could remember, like certain buildings. Some buildings have been demolished since then or repurposed, but it's just interesting how our worlds collided in that way, that my dad didn't ever think that this would become a university. I am wanting to stop by the student store if it's open, which that does mean I'll need to buy a parking permit. Let's see. I know that they moved the store. It's now here in this brand new building that used to be a parking lot. They got rid of that parking, so I just have to see if it's actually open before I actually purchase a $4 parking pass. Okay, I pulled into like a little loading zone. I called the store number and it was an automated message. The store hours on Saturdays are like 10 to 4. So it's just 9:50 right now. So I'll wait it out a little bit. At least I'm in this 15-minute loading zone. But then to park closer to the bookstore, to the store in general, I am gonna have to go down further where I passed and get a parking permit. I remember parking permits, having to be here. I actually didn't have a car my first year, my freshman year. I was told we couldn't, but my roommate did have a car. So she sometimes had to be my chauffeur, which I was very appreciative of. I had other friends who also had vehicles with them freshman year, so I really appreciated them being able to take me places. I took the bus a few times, but sometimes the schedule's just changed. I'm hoping to get a sweatshirt. I do still have one that I got my freshman year, but I clearly am not the same size that I was when I was 18. So I just want to get one that fits. So that's my goal for going to the store. And then I am in Marina/Seaside area. I'm hoping to get my nails done just to have a little treat for myself. And then I'll have to go back to Salinas, where Carl's dad's house is, so that I can get ready for the party tonight. So just like with many things, the parking is slightly different. It used to be you could pay either the full day, which is $4, or you could pay like an hourly rate, and you would get a ticket and you would have to still place it on your dashboard, and it would have the time stamp. So if you had a class, you were only going to be here for maybe 2 hours at the most, you could essentially put like $2 in and have just a 2-hour parking pass. Or if you wanted to just pay the $4 for a full day, you could. Now you don't have that option anymore. It's all day and it's $5. So there we go. I remember taking a class in here. I think it was an art class. My classes were predominantly over here in this building for my math classes, since I was a math major. Obviously there's not that many people out and about on a Saturday, and it's also like Veterans Day weekend, so some people may have gone somewhere. But what's interesting is that this road actually used to be open, and so this was kind of like a busy little intersection. We had like the buses going through here. You can see the road. There's like a roundabout up there. So this is now closed off. People can like go through it with their bikes and stuff, but surely not vehicles anymore. This is like the main stretch, I would say. So as I mentioned earlier, this did not exist. This was actually a parking lot. So this is brand new. This was after I already graduated, but they do still have some dorms and stuff that go that way. All right, I got sweatshirt, crew neck, actually. I didn't want a hood. I feel like, I don't want to be ungrateful, I feel like the quality of things is getting worse, and that's just a generalization. Like, this was a $60 crew neck, Granted, it does have the embroidery, which is what I wanted. I wanted something that I feel like will last, even if I have to wash it a lot. The inside, sure, it's kind of soft, but the outside doesn't really feel soft. It feels kind of stiff, and I feel like there's not a lot of give or stretch with this fabric, so I did size way up just to make sure that it would be comfy and fit me. So yeah, not as good of quality as the one that I bought my freshman year, but I at least have one. It's a different color. It still says Cal State Monterey Bay, and hopefully that will fit. They had some alumni things there. It was a tiny little section, but I didn't want a crew neck that said Cal State Monterey alumni on there. I don't know why, I just feel like it's weird. But they did have a tiny section for that, and they had a small section for parents. I technically have the all-day parking, so since it's on my dash, I could park anywhere else on campus. But I do want to get my nails done, and I don't want to push it. It's nice to be back. It brings up a lot of memories, especially just considering I spent 6 years of my life here training and prepping to be a math teacher, which I no longer am. And so there's a lot of mixed feelings. I worked really hard for my math degree. I worked extremely hard for my master's in education degree. And I did my absolute best that I possibly could as a math teacher, but it was robbing me of my joy, and I was losing myself. I was losing friendships. My relationship was at stake, and just the connection that I had with people and family. It was not worth continuing on that journey, just considering this is the only life I have. Sorry. It's still hard to think that I worked so hard and for so long for something that never was my destiny, I guess. That is hard. It's a hard pill to swallow, but that's just life, and sometimes you have to move on from things that you thought was gonna be your future. It's bittersweet to come back here. I'm really proud of the work that I did and the friendships that I made here when I was at Cal State Monterey Bay, but it's just interesting where my life has changed, and things that haven't changed. I'm still figuring out exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life, but at least I'm pretty happy where I am now. It's not perfect, but at least it got me out of the situation that I was in, so I'm grateful for that. Okay, I just finished getting my nails done, and they could not be more perfect. It's like, oh, I miss I miss living here, because I intentionally went to this salon knowing that there are people who care and they take the time to be precise and gentle. They didn't cut me once, and I appreciate that. I didn't say ow at all when they were using the drill. So really happy, really pleased. I said that I wanted the like gel extensions, at least that's what I've heard them called down in Orange County, and they were like, I think you're talking about hard gel. And so I said, yeah, like the only nail that's really long-ish is my thumb. So this is the complete natural nail. They didn't do really anything to it except maybe shape it a little bit, but the rest have tips, and I think you can hardly tell. And the color is perfect. I said I wanted like a beigey nude pink, so very natural, because I don't want to have to like get them refilled, especially since it would be down south with a different technician who doesn't know the color combo. I did take a picture just in case, but I just wanted something to be able to grow out, and then the next time I get my nails done, it will most likely be for Christmas, which it will most likely be red. So I'm very happy, really chuffed that these turned out pretty much practically perfect in every way. It's a little after 1 now. The party's at 4. So I think I'm just going to check out a couple more stores here since I'm in Marina near the shopping center, and then I will head to Salinas to shower because I am grotesque, and get ready for the party to come back to Marina for the party. Also, I stopped at Starbucks before my nail appointment, and I got one of the seasonal holiday drinks, I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's like cranberry lemonade refresher, I think, and I did not have the inclusions added, which I think were dried cranberries. I do like cranberry. I just didn't know if I wanted a bunch of little like floating pieces of dried fruit in the drink. It's kind of watered down now, but it's refreshing, which is part of the name. It's got a little bit of that tartness from the cranberry and the lemonade, I'm sure. I feel like the other flavor is supposed to be orange. I don't know, maybe it's too watered down now, but it's good. I usually get a tall of things that I've never tried before at Starbucks, just in case I hate it. I won't feel bad about dumping a tall size drink compared to a grande or a venti. Document. So we have our Christmas bins, aka all my Christmas junk. We went grocery shopping, did some returns, got some Christmas bits and bobs, got a new container for some fall stuff, and then back there more Christmas stuff and more groceries. Carl's gonna have to sit with the bin on his lap. But woohoo, gotta love my little mini SUV.